Hey, welcome. My name is Rachel, and to my 8 subscribers, what's up? How's it going? So happy that you're here. I can't believe I have 8 subscribers. Thanks for, being a part of this little thing that I'm doing. Today, what I thought that I would do for you all is do my February TBR. Now, I am very much a mood reader, so I like to keep my TBR fairly small. I have about 6 books here, just because typically I read more like 10, 12 books a month. That's kind of my going rate right now. There's a lot. So hopefully I should be able to get to all of these. Also, it's February, so there's a good chunk of romance in there. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. We'll see if Clark joins or not. Hopefully he does. You probably won't really be able to see him, but it is what it is. Talk about the first one that I want to do. It's one that that has been on my backlog for a long time. It's an audiobook that I have, and it is Becoming by Michelle Obama. I have yet to listen or read any of her books before, and I love Michelle. So of course I'm going to listen/read her book. Of course I wanted to get it on Audible too, as an audiobook, because it's her reading it, and I would love to have Michelle just talking in my ear all day. I've had it for, I don't know, probably 2 years now, so I need to listen to it. It's just, those types of books don't usually draw me in, and so I'm hoping that now that it's on my TBR list, I will actually listen to it and love it. I don't fully know what all it's about. I just know that people really like it and that she's an inspiring lady. And so, okay, so the first physical book that I have is The Bells by Dhonielle Clayton. This is an arc that I got actually forever ago in 2018. So at this point, it's kind of you either read it or you need to unhaul it. And this is a YA, I think more dystopian, magical fantasy. I think more dystopian book. What it's about is it's set in New Orleans, and it's this fantasy dystopian world where everyone there is born gray, quote unquote, damned. And only a bell can give a person color, make them beautiful. We are following our main character, Camilla, who is a belle, but she wants to be the belle. She wants to be the queen's belle. And so her and her belle sisters are invited to the palace, and there she starts to uncover the deep, dark secrets around why people are gray, why she's a belle. And I mean, as you can probably guess, since the tagline is "The revolution is here," Camilla's allegiance starts to swing to a different direction. My tastes have since really changed in what kind of books that I like to read, but back in the day, I feel like, yes, I understand why I picked this up, because this is it's very reminiscent to me of like a Marie Lu legend trilogy or a Divergent or a Hunger Games. And so I'm very fascinated to see if this type of book still hits for me, because back in the day, every single time it hit. So we'll see. Okay, this next book is super duper popular. I have yet to read it, and so I'm excited to see what all of the fuss is about around it. And it is Love and Other Words by Christina Lauren. I have read their writing before, Christina Lauren's writing before. And I wasn't a huge fan of it. In my opinion, I just feel like their characters are typically a bit flat. And I know that with romance, a lot of characters in romance books are typically flat, right? You just want to get to the good bits of the romance or the spice or whatever is in it. But their characters are just a bit too fluffy for my taste. I know how popular this book is, and so I just want to see if I really like it. This is a second chance romance. I feel like I don't really need to talk about it all that much because I feel like everyone, again, has already read this book. I know that both of our main characters are really big readers, and unpopular opinion, I don't really gravitate towards books like that. I find it a bit cliche. I find it a bit on the nose. Like, I find it funny and super common when our main heroine wants to get into publishing or is a huge reader or is like, oh, I just always read a book, and I don't know why. I'm not a huge fan of that. Anyways, not that that's a huge part of the book, but when I bought this, I had it in mind for February, so we'll see. We'll see how this goes. I hope I love it. I mean, I want to be a part, so it's not like I'm resistant. I want to understand. I want to get it. I want to know it. I want to love it. Let's go. Okay, this next book is a bit different than the other books that I'm talking about, and it is Babel by R.F. Kuang. I have seen so many good things about this book, and I want to understand. I'm currently reading a dark academia book. It's The Atlas Six, and so I definitely need space between that one and this one, just because the writing is so dense. I know it's compared a lot to The Secret Society. So it's basically a ragtag group of characters who come together in this university and they're studying whether or not violence is the end product of peace and colonization, or government is worth the violence to get there. I'm also very interested to see where language comes in. The story of Babel is the Old Testament. A group of people is building this tower because they want to reach the heavens, and they get really close, and God sees that, and he was like, oh, you're getting too close, and magically makes them all speak different languages. And so they can no longer work together to create this ginormous tower to reach the heavens, and so they stop, and yeah, Tower of Babel. So I'm interested to see how language fits into this. I feel like this is going to be a really hard book for me to read. I think it's going to take me forever to read it, but I've never read R.F. Kuang's writing. I'll be interested to see. I mean, Babel. Okay, this next book is one that I haven't really seen anywhere, or maybe I missed it, but it is called You Had Me at Hola by Alexis Daria. I've had this one for a while now, and again, I've had it in mind for February. It's basically about this soap opera star, Jasmine, a soap opera star who just recently had a very public, very messy breakup, and a telenovela star named Ashton. He was just recently let go and added to another show. What happens with these two characters, Ashton and Jasmine, they are both picked for a new television show in America, and they are supposed to be love interests in the show, and in order to create some marketable buzz, they have to do some off-screen chemistry outings together to try and get paparazzi and the media and everyone excited to watch the show. And I'm sure that while they're faking these things, real feelings come into play and they fall in love. And yeah, so I'm interested to read this one. I think it's going to be really cute. I hope that this one surprises me. I want to be surprised with this one. I think going into it with lower expectations is a good call, because I think I'm going to surprisingly maybe really like this one. So this cover is so pretty. It's so cute. I love it. Last but certainly not least, we have Love on the Brain by Ali Hazelwood. This one has been out for a while. I feel like a lot of people have read this one too. I think she's also coming out with one maybe this month or next month. I don't know. I'm reading this actually with a group of my friends. We're going to read this one for the month of February. Hopefully everyone actually reads it. We shall see. I think it'll be really cute. I've heard mixed reviews about it, saying that it's exactly like The Love Hypothesis, or they get really annoyed with our main girl character, B. But in my mind, I mean, it's a romance, and I feel like with a lot of romance books, the main characters, either one or both of them, are annoying. Like, they've got like quirks that are very annoying. So, I mean, to me, that's just a norm, but it doesn't make it a bad book. Also loved The Love Hypothesis, so I don't mind if it's a lot like The Love Hypothesis. I think it'll be sweet. Also, I think there may be a bit more spice in this one. I don't know, maybe? Let's get it, Allie. That is it. These are all the books that I want to read this month. I think I'll be able to get through these easy. Like, these romance books, I'm gonna fly through them, probably one sitting. And yeah, that's it for today's video. It's a very short video. If you want to see some cute, fun recommendations, you can always go over to my Instagram, Rachel's Reading Rainbow. And I just made a few reels of some cute, fun Valentine's read. I made one specifically YA, no spice, and then another one that is adult spice. I tried to include some different genres in there, and then I include one self-love, because you know what? As a single gal, Valentine's doesn't always have to be about loving another person. It can also be about loving yourself. So, okay, anyways, thanks for joining. Again, Clark wasn't a part of this video. What the heck? Like, subscribe if you want to do those things. Comment if you want to, any questions that you have, or if you enjoy the video. If you don't even, you can even comment that. I mean, it's a free world. I will talk to you guys again soon. Yeah, okay, bye.